Hey guys, Marvin here. Challenger stage day 1 over, and as you can see, I've got the overview here. MOUZ Fnatic 2-0. A few surprises. Cloud9 being 0-2 is probably got to be the biggest one, with Greyhound winning in overtime on Dust. That's got to be the biggest surprise from the best of ones. But yeah, a few unexpected results. I've got to say, Bad News Eagles being 2-0 was another surprise for me. Also, Gamer Legion, really. Bad News Eagles I was considering as a 0-3 pick, and they're 2-0, and either they or Gamer Legion are gonna be on to the next stage as they play each other for their decider match. Um, Fnatic 3-0 is still in play. If you look at my pick'ems here, got Fnatic, both my 0-3 and my 3-0 still in play with IHC. They play 0-0 Nation, so it would be good to get one of those because I still think Cloud9, even though they're 0-2, I still think that they should probably still make it through. But yeah, Outsiders looked a bit shaky. Big, I mean, I said when I was doing my Pick'ems video that I didn't really want to have to rely on Big, but maybe I will. But let's go back. So I think Vitality, MOUZ should make it through. Or Fnatic, hopefully they win 3-0. Actually, I don't know if I actually want that. I, maybe I'll need them to win 3-0, but I think OG looked good. MOUZ looking like they'll make it through for sure, even if they lose to Fnatic in the 2-0 match. Vitality looking okay, although they did drop a game to Gamer Legion. So yeah, some interesting developments in terms of day 1 of the Challenger stage, but maybe not so surprising to me, but surprising to you guys, is that xertioN is the number 1 rated player of the Challenger stage. Number 1 rated player with a 1.73 HLTV rating on 2 maps. Like I said, MOUZ at 2-0, and if you listen to my Pick'ems video, I was talking up xertioN. I've actually been watching a few of his demos lately, and I've been really quite impressed with how it's with how he's kind of fit into the roster. I was saying I quite liked how trustworthy and composed he seems on the CT side. He plays some of the key spots on the CT side, like he's the cave player on B on Ancient, and then he also plays B on Inferno, and that's what today's demo is going to be. So we're going to look at xertioN on we're going to look at xertioN on B on Inferno against Outsiders. So they won 16-6 against Outsiders, very convincing. And yeah, like I said, xertioN really dominant. Really you, like you wouldn't think that this is his first big LAN. I know he played Pro League, but they didn't make it to playoffs there. So that his first kind of big international LAN in front of a crowd, and he's the number 1 player, like a rookie. And and so yeah, I'm gonna kind of talk through what I've been seeing from his demos and and kind of explain why I like him so much. Okay, so hopping into the game now, and you're going to see right from the start what type of player he is. no fear, you know, full send, aggressive, throws a nade and just runs down banana. Nice headshot. Takes that full banana control, another nice headshot onto kick it. Now we're in the 5v3 man advantage. I'm gonna fall back and just play the percentages. And yeah, I really like the promotion for Exertion in the place of Bymas. He seems to fit this team much better. And also, like I was saying, I mentioned in that Pick'em's video for the Challenger stage, how it's kind of freed up Frozen a bit on the T sides. So Frozen's in a lot more lurking roles, as Exertion is quite an aggressive player, as you can see. On the T side, he's generally the first one in, looking for entries. But on the CT side, like, even though he's aggressive and he likes to take map control, it seems like it's not like reckless aggression. It seems to be quite composed and calculated aggression. So he doesn't do too many stupid plays. Almost seems to be like wise beyond his years almost, in terms of how he plays. It's really quite impressive. Like I say, not what you would expect from a rookie, essentially a new player at his first major, first big LAN, and he playing like this. Hasn't all been smooth sailing, obviously. If you think back to, he played Pro League and also ESL Rotterdam, the challenger. Like there has been some kind of a fitting in period where they're trying to get things to feel more comfortable in the server and to be more on the same page. But that's understandable for any new player. When you fit in a new player to your roster, there's always a bit of grace period to allow your new player to adjust to the to your teammates and also to the level, because now you're at tier 1 playing Outsiders, a good team, and you're going to be playing even better teams the further they get. Likes to throw that deep Molotov. Again, we're going to run, looking for some, either for an opening pick or just to take the map control of banana. And I think really MOUZ can they can go far. They're 2-0 at the moment in the challenger stage, and I mean, I think they should definitely make legends and maybe even the playoffs with how they're playing. Like I said, I'm very impressed. So as you can see, if you look at the mini-map, he's on his own here. Next to the rotation player, he also got Frozen, who's normally on B with Exertion, is playing in this cubby against the full buy. This is a bonus round. And we're hearing footsteps running up B. He's going to dump his util to buy time. He gets 2 Molotov kills as Outsiders just run through the molly, run through the smoke into the molly. A nice little smoke kill as well. That's a triple in the round. And that's what I'm kind of mean when I say about how they really trust him in this team to play the big spots and to play them well, you know. That's a scenario when he could have easily gotten overrun alone, but uses his util, understands the situation that he's in, and that's just a very. I was quite impressed with that round. It's just a very well played round, and you can see why MOUZ put some faith in this kid to play the spots that he's playing, because it's no small feat to come into a new team and just be given some of the biggest, you know, the most important roles on the CT side of the maps. That was a good flash, but didn't quite get the kill onto Jame, I believe, and then he gets peeked and killed from kick it. Probably once he missed the first shot, probably that's just the time to fall back. Doesn't need to re-peek. That's a little small mistake, but you know, also a nice shot from kick it. And they go on to lose that round, so maybe a small mistake, but no biggie. Again, we carpet banana with some flames. Jiggling with a Molotov out. We've got 3 here on B. Torshi's going to take a peek and get picked by Jame. That leaves Frozen and xertioN here. Re-smoke in B, 40 seconds left. Frozen's going to pick up the AWP and we're going to tuck on site like this. (16 seconds). This is what it's like to play outsiders. Good util coming in from the outsiders and just enough time to get the bomb plant. And they go on to lose this round. It should be the eco. Saved AWP on Torshi. Holding a flash so that Frozen can peek. Nothing comes of it, and this is just going to be a save in the end. Group up on A, try and look for any dropped weapons, look for Torshi's AWP, but outsiders threw it out of the map, and that's another round for outsiders, tied up at 3-3. It's good to have Counter-Strike back. I watched a lot of Counter-Strike today. I really liked how they staggered the games between the A and B streams, so you didn't really I could kind of switch between watching the games, so I didn't really miss too many, and I probably ended up watching most of every game, which is what Depends on how you look at it, but I thought it was good because I watch a lot of Counter-Strike. Hopefully I do well with my pick'ems. I'm feeling confident at the moment. Had a little brag about my 0-3 and my 3-0 still being in play because I know lots of you had the Greyhound as your 0-3 and they just beat Cloud9. That was a crazy game. I only caught the second half, but yeah, very interesting. Cloud9, I don't know what's going on with them. Their T sides just look awful at the moment. Not convincing at all. Although I do think, like, I do feel confident that they should beat pretty much any team in the challenger stage in a best of 3. Like, even though they're 0-2, I still think they've got a reasonable chance. As we retake on the A site, gives up his life to find James in the pit, but in the 3v1, it's an easy trade. Double Molotov again. And wrecked. Yeah, I remember that. He jumps up to take a peek and Fame rips his head off. Gamer Legion doing well as well. I wasn't expecting them to do well. I know that they were pretty good in the RMR. How many ecos can we get? 2? Nice couple of ecos. 18 HP, full back. Don't want to give away any guns. And it's James time. That's the one thing about playing... Okay, he does get picked by Torshi. That's one thing about playing the Outsiders, is that you get a fair bit of James time to enjoy. Round 10, 6-3. This is a deep freeze smoke of banana from the coffin. So we're going to dump all our util. Frozen's going to push down. Gets a second through the smoke. Wow. Yeah, Frozen also really playing really well. I think he's like the number 4 or 5 rated player after the first day. So if they can keep this up, sky's the limit. One thing I have noticed from watching, because like I said, I've been watching a few MOUZ demos recently, is that Torshi sometimes he feels like he's not quite I don't know, he's kind of a bit too aggressive sometimes, goes for some risky peeks, re-peeks and stuff. Holding the Molotov for the entrance of B. This is something that Carrigan likes to do. Bounces off the roof like that. got Dexter in support as well. But this team play, I like how this team play, like it feels like they're moving together quite well, communicating well. It feels like they're pretty well drilled and they've got a good idea of what they want to do. Again, we're going to hold this flash for Frozen. It's going to pop in front of the coffins. And I guess Frozen's going to swing. Gets one there. Bunch of damage. And this B execute from outsiders has not worked out very well. Now I'm going to pick up one more. Sitting on 100 ADR at the moment for exertion. This is a real. So we're gonna. They've taken banana control, top banana control, and in a 3v4 now, Frozen dead, got no support, alone here on B. Dexter's rotating in, but at the moment, it's just exertion holding the site, and if he dies, Dexter's not going to be able to keep him out. He's got a long rotate, and if they trade onto exertion here, they can take the bomb site, smoke out CT, and it's a retake. 2v4, probably got to save. So lots of responsibility on exertion here to hold this. Drops his smoke because he understands the situation and gets flashed. Somehow wins that fight. I remember watching. I couldn't believe. And what's he do? He sits in the smoke and he hears James running away, and so he's going to chase him. That's a big decision as well, because sometimes if you're sitting here, the T's will fake running away, and they've got actually the whole team to just kind of bait a sound cue. But he hears James running away, and exertion's going to take the initiative and be on the very fast flank. And this is it's a really good decision and a really well played from exertion. He does get caught and killed, but just unlucky. But I do like the thinking here, the mindset, and just how he played in general. Drops the smoke, sits in the smoke. He listens, hears James running away, knows that he doesn't know, but he suspects that they're going to be rotating to A, and he decides to push his own smoke and chase down Banana for the fast flank onto A, but yeah, somehow outsiders were ready for it. Torshi stuck at sandbag with the AWP. Wow, felt like that AWP shot was pretty close to hitting. Now we're in the 3v2. Again, we've got exertion on his own, and he's going to back away here too, because he feels like that they're just doing the same thing. They put pressure on Banana, and then they rotate back. So what does exertion do? He's already kind of half given up the site, because he wants to be ready for the fast rotate to A. And it's just really good game sense there. Unfortunately, Dexter dies here, and that's really unfortunate for xertioN, because if Dexter lived for a few more seconds, he would have been able to rotate and support and help out. But again, the game sense and the decision making, I'm very impressed. We're searching spots too, and kind of gets a timing, but kind of times himself there, where he sees the first person walking out, and then James kind of is able to spot him and shoot him, but almost wins the round just with that early rotate. And again, those last 2 rounds, even though they didn't win the round, I really liked how he played it. Dunk. Gonna get boosted up and in the 4v5 thanks to the utility, and also look at the HP on the outsiders. Very favorable position, and xertioN can just sit up here and wait for outsiders to hit the site. Again, this is just James selling the fake, but they don't know that. But we're not going to wait around and find out. We're going to, again, take the initiative and just find out for ourselves. Pushing down banana. 3v3 retake. Dexter gets one in the pit. And now we're going to play a little more composed too, rather than just rushing up mid. I think that previous round, round 12, when he rushed up mid, is because he just thought there's no way. Like, he had such a good timing, such an early rotate. Now we're going to walk through the apps, and it's an easy kill, and pull off the 3v3 retake. Last round. 13 in 7, 100 ADR. And some really well played rounds. Torshi heading over. xertioN's gonna hold a flash. No, he's not for him. I thought he was gonna hold a flash. Frozen gets picked. And again, another aggressive kind of info play. Gets one, and then done. And Torshi's just gonna sit in this Molotov, I remember. I remember watching that, and I questioned that decision. But yeah, they go on to lose this round. FAMAS no good. That's all we'll watch for today, just the CT side. Outsiders don't get one more round, but it's not very interesting from Torshi's point of view. From xertioN's point of view. So I think, yeah, we'll leave it at that. And thank you guys for watching. I'll be making more videos. Hopefully another Pick'ems video if we make it through to the legend stage. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.